Let us discuss about chemical natures of enzyme. Almost all enzymes are protein and hence they are subjected to denaturation by high temperature, high pH and low pH. Let us classify them on basis of their chemical nature. Some enzymes are simple protein. They are made up of only protein moiety. Example, aldolase. Some enzymes are conjugated proteins. They require protein part as well as non-protein part for their activity. The example of conjugated proteins are conjugated protein enzymes are transketolase, it requires thymine pyrophosphate as coenzyme, and transaminase, which require pyridoxal phosphate as coenzyme. Then coming to multi-enzyme complex. Some enzymes are present as multi-enzyme complexes. Individual enzyme is not active, only the complex. There are number of enzymes which are attached either covalently or non-covalently. They are tightly bound to each other, and when substrate comes, it is acted upon by 1, 2 or 3 enzymes and the final product is given out. Example of this multi-enzyme complex is pyruvate dehydrogenase complex, in which there are 3 enzymes and 5 coenzymes complex together so as to form the product acetyl-CoA from pyruvate. Also, example is fatty acid synthase complex. Fatty acid synthase complex. Then fourth is highly organized enzyme systems. These highly organized systems are attached to supracellular structures and they form a broad complex whereby all the processes are taking place. Example of this highly organized enzyme system is in mitochondria. There are enzymes of electron transport chain. They are highly organized. They form a complex system, and the product is synthesized accordingly. The sequential manner, the substrate of one enzyme is taken up by first enzyme is acts on a substrate. The product produced from the first enzyme will be taken as a substrate from second enzyme, and likewise the system goes on. Also, ribosomal complex to form protein synthesis is also example of highly organized enzyme system. When we discuss about simple proteins are can be further classified. The enzyme which are simple protein can be monomeric, having only one polypeptide chain. Example is trypsin. Or they can be oligomeric. That means they are formed from number of monomeric chains or various polypeptide chains. For example, in case of lactate dehydrogenase LDH, there are 4 polypeptide chain and hence there are 5 isoenzymes of this lactate dehydrogenase. Also, example is creatine phosphokinase. This is also a oligomeric enzyme. Now, when we say that conjugated proteins are consist of protein and non-protein part, the non-protein part can be called as prosthetic group, or it can be cofactor. We will call prosthetic group if the non-protein part is integral part of the enzyme, it is fixed to the protein, whereas cofactor is not integral part. Of protein. Then this prosthetic group is tightly bound and permanently bound to protein part, whereas in case of cofactor, this is transiently bound and the association is very few milliseconds. It is loosely bound. In case of prosthetic group, it is attached or fixed with the protein molecule, whereas cofactor should be present in the surrounding medium. Then these prosthetic groups cannot be separated by dialysis, as they are very tightly bound, but the cofactors can be separated by dialysis. The examples of this prosthetic group can be metalloenzymes. And in case of cofactor, it is metal activated enzymes. So what is difference between metalloenzyme and metal activated enzymes? The metalloenzymes, in which the 1/3 of the enzymes are metalloenzymes and the metal ions are tightly bound to the protein part. They form the integral part of the enzyme and thereby they increases the activity of enzyme. The action by which they increase the activity of enzyme, it can be of 3 types. They causes structural change of active site by attachment of metal ion. There occurs structural modification of active site, thereby enzyme is more active. Second is they take part in formation of covalent bond. Between substrate and the enzyme to form a transient state, or they also help in formation of Lewis acid and Lewis bases. By acting as Lewis acid, they are more electrophilic, and by acting as Lewis bases, they act as they make substrate more nucleophilic and thereby increasing the reaction time. Lewis acid and bases. The most common enzymes which transfer electrons contain heme and iron sulfur protein as metalloenzyme. Heme contains iron, and this iron sulfur proteins contain, the enzyme is protein along with iron and sulfur. The common metals present in metalloenzyme are ferrous, then cobalt, copper, magnesium, manganese, etc. So example of metalloenzyme: hexokinase and enolase, which require Mg2 plus in their structure, and peroxidase catalase require iron in their structure. Now coming to metal activated enzymes. As we already seen, the metal is cofactor, it is transiently bound, it is present in the surrounding medium, and it can be separated by dialysis. So the example of metal activated enzyme is salivary amylase, it requires chloride ion in surrounding medium. If chloride ions are present in the surrounding medium, its activity increases many-fold, and hence it is metal activated enzyme. When this non-protein moiety is organic compound, it is heat stable and it is required for activity of enzyme it is called as coenzyme. So what is coenzyme? Coenzyme is a heat stable non-protein moiety which is organic compound and it is required for activity of enzyme. This is called as coenzyme. When enzyme require coenzyme, the protein part of the enzyme is called as apoenzyme. This apoenzyme is a protein part, coenzyme is non-protein part, which is an organic compound, heat stable and required for activity of enzyme. So combined they form apoenzyme plus coenzyme, complete activity of the enzyme, and this whole enzyme is called as holoenzyme. So apoenzyme plus coenzyme form the complete catalytic activity and it is called as holoenzyme. The term isoenzyme is asked in the Viva. Isoenzymes are physically distinct forms of same catalytic activity. Say for example, lactate dehydrogenase. Lactate is converted to pyruvate. with the help of lactate dehydrogenase. This is reversible reaction. NAD is converted to NADH plus H plus. Okay. So there are 5 isoenzymes of this lactate dehydrogenase. Every lactate dehydrogenase isoenzyme will carry the same reaction, that it will interconvert lactate and pyruvate. But their physical properties differ, their origin differ. They can be separated by electrophoresis or they can be separated by centrifugation, and hence they are called isoenzymes. So isoenzymes are the same enzyme, they perform same catalytic activity. Chemically the enzyme is same, physically some properties differ. Now coming to ribozymes. We have seen that almost all the enzymes are protein in nature, but some enzymes are non-protein and they are RNA in nature, and hence they are called as ribozymes. These ribozymes take part in various reactions, various processes. For example, when precursor mRNA, which is called as hnRNA, is converted into mature mRNA, this requires removal of introns, and this process is called as splicing. Some RNAs which have catalytic activity help in conversion of hnRNA to mRNA or splicing process by breaking the phosphodiester linkages of this hnRNA molecule, thereby removing the introns. And these ribozymes are called as spliceosomes. Also, RNA which having catalytic activities help in synthesis of peptide linkages during protein synthesis. These are called as peptidyl transferases. These help in synthesis of peptide bond in protein biosynthesis. These are called as peptidyl transferases. Coming to functional plasma enzyme and non-functional plasma enzyme. In case of functional plasma enzyme, as the name suggests, the enzyme is functional in the plasma itself. That means the enzyme is present in sufficient quantity in plasma. At the same time, its substrate is also present in the plasma. So enzyme is present, its concentration is higher than that of its origin, and its substrate is also present in plasma. Generally, these enzymes are synthesized in hepatocyte in liver, but their concentration is many-fold higher in case of plasma than that of hepatocytes, that is liver cells. Examples of these functional plasma enzymes are lipoprotein lipase, enzymes of blood coagulation, etc. When the value decreases substantially in plasma, it indicates some disease process. This is about functional plasma enzyme. Now coming to non-functional plasma enzyme. When we say it is non-functional plasma enzyme, that means the enzyme is present in small quantities in plasma. Its concentration is very low as compared to the cell where it has originated. Then its substrate is not available in the plasma. Not available in the plasma. These enzymes are secreted in the secretions, or they are secreted due to breakdown of the cell of origin. So they can be exocrine secretions, enzymes in exocrine secretions, or they are intracellular enzymes. So what do we mean by exocrine secretions? So say for example pancreatic amylase or pancreatic lipase, these are synthesized in pancreas, they are secreted in digestive juices, and they are present in intestine when their concentration is very low in plasma. But in case of non-functional plasma enzyme, when their concentration increases in plasma, that means there is a disease process, and when pancreatic amylase rises many-fold in plasma, it indicates that there is some problem to pancreas, or there can be pancreatitis. Pancreatic lipase is also example. Trypsin, chymotrypsin are also examples. Then coming to intracellular enzymes. Some enzymes like SGOT or AST SGPT, these are transaminases. Aspartate transaminase and alanine transaminase. Their substrate is present inside the liver, generally in high concentration in hepatocytes. These are intracellular enzymes. And when there occur breakdown of these cells where these intracellular enzymes are present, then their concentration rises. For example, AST concentration rises in myocardial infarction as well as in liver disease, whereas ALT concentration rises in liver disease primarily. This is the difference between functional plasma enzyme and non-functional plasma enzyme. These functional plasma enzymes are extracellular enzymes, and these are non-functional plasma enzymes are intracellular enzymes. Now coming to proenzyme. Some enzymes are secreted as proenzyme or zymogen. So what is proenzyme? Proenzyme is a large molecule which is non-active. Proenzyme is a large molecule and it has no catalytic activity. Why it has no catalytic activity? Because the active site is masked by the peptide linkage which is covering it. Now, these proenzymes are secreted generally in digestive juices. For example, trypsinogen is converted into trypsin. Chymotrypsinogen is converted into chymotrypsin. These proenzymes are converted into enzymes by proteolysis, breakdown of peptide linkages, or by covalent modification. Generally, enzymes of coagulation or enzyme of digestive system are secreted in this way, and this is to prevent the auto-digestion of the proteins in the cell where they are synthesized. The function of this proenzyme or zymogen is to prevent auto-digestion. Of the cell where these proenzymes are synthesized. Coming to last part of this lecture, genetic engineering and modified enzymes. Now, with recent advances in the biotechnology, it is now possible to genetically engineer a particular enzyme and thereby cause desired changes in the catalytic activity. This is important for human use as well as in the industrial use. So first example is hybrid enzyme. In case of hybrid enzyme, the genes are made in such a way that two enzymes are incorporated nearby. For example, glucanase and cellulase, these form a hybrid enzyme that can easily break down barley beta glucan, and hence this hybrid enzyme of glucanase and cellulase is used in beer industry for fermentation of barley. Second important example is site-directed mutagenesis. In this case, intentionally we are going to change an amino acid at a particular place. In gene, there is mutation has taken place, mutation has been induced. And why this mutation is induced? In order to modify the activity of this enzyme so that it can act as a different condition, or it can act for the prolonged period. And the commonest example is tissue plasminogen activator. This tissue plasminogen activator is a clot dissolving enzyme, and it is used in case of myocardial infarction. In this tissue plasminogen activator, asparagine is replaced by glutamine, and thereby the activity of this tissue plasminogen activator is increased manifold. It is the time for which it will act increases, and hence it is used in treatment of myocardial infarction. It acts for a prolonged period than the natural form.